From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Monday morning. Hope you had a fantastic weekend out there, and our first full week of 2026 is going to be an active one. We have a first alert weather day in place for mountains as our Cascade passes could get upwards of 3 feet of snow throughout the course of the week. Even lower elevations may be seeing at the very least a wintry mix for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It doesn't look like it's going to amount to that much. And then our weather turns quiet for Friday and beyond. So that first alert weather day for the Cascades from 4 a.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. on Saturday. We'll have a lot more to say about that later in the show. Now for this morning, this little skinny band of snow right over the Blue Mountains, and this is causing some big time impacts to travel on I-84 and for Oregon 204. We do have some road closures that'll tell you about in about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, the fog this morning is very thick in the Kittitas Valley, so if you run into that this morning, just take it slow and use the low beams. Temperatures out there, we're seeing 20s, we're seeing 30s, we're seeing 40s, so just bundle up as you're headed out the front door. All that to say, a little bit later today, it's actually going to be a pretty nice day, at least in the Tri-Cities. We'll have highs around 50 with lots of sunshine. In general, it's not going to be a half bad day for lower elevations, but into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, maybe getting a little bit of that wintry precip. I'll time that out coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, tragedy strikes in Arizona after a helicopter crash claims multiple lives, including a local pilot. We have the details on what led to that fatal crash coming up.
Plus, Yakima firefighters raising concerns over potential budget cuts. We'll break down what the city council is considering and how it could affect response times.
And Toppenish police are now settled into a brand new facility. Straight ahead, we'll show you the upgrades, making their work more efficient and secure. These stories and more coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jade Elliott. It is Monday, January 5th, starting fresh.
First Monday of the year. And it's feeling like a Monday.
It is feeling like a Monday. And man, you know, people who, you've had time off, kids going back to school.
It's a hard reset for a lot of people.
It's a hard reset today.
But hopefully, I mean, we get some not Monday vibes later on. I know the weather's supposed to be better, not as cold.
A little bit, yeah, I know. We have a lot to get to this morning, of course.
And we do want to start in Oregon, and that's where authorities in Arizona have identified an Oregon businessman as one of the people who died in a helicopter crash near Phoenix.
Yeah, 59-year-old David McCarty owned Columbia Basin Helicopters. That's based in La Grande. McCarty, a 23-year-old Rachel McCarty, 21-year-old Faith McCarty, and 21-year-old Caitlin Heidman all died in a helicopter crash that he was piloting.
A preliminary report from the NTSB said the helicopter hit a recreational slack line just before it crashed. McCarty, who also owned a home in Arizona, founded his helicopter business in 1997.
6:03 now, and in Yakima, as the city continues dealing with its $9 million budget hole, one fire station could be facing some cuts. Now this morning, Apple Valley News Now's Natalie Keller tells us what led up to that decision and what firefighters have to say about it.
Closing the Yakima Fire Department's Station 92 is an option the City Council has been tossing around to save money. But at its December 2nd meeting, the council came up with another option, asking the department to make $1.8 million in cuts without shuttering the station. Chief Aaron Markham wasn't so sure about that.
We can look at it. I don't know where the money's going to come from.
Despite Markham's concerns, the motion passed. The City Council will now discuss it again on Tuesday. Ahead of Tuesday's City Council meeting, some firefighters are voicing their concerns. Peter Rasmussen, president of Yakima's chapter of the International Association of Firefighters, says that even if the station were to remain open, cutting that much money could have some serious consequences. Rasmussen says closing the station, cutting funds, or reducing staff would put a strain on the system. leading to slower response times.
I'd like to see the council find another way to fit their budget without putting financial strain on the fire department and our service delivery.
At the city council meeting, city manager Vicki Baker said without increasing the city's revenue, budget cuts are unavoidable.
We know the people are passionate about keeping services. We also know people don't want taxes. The city can't do both.
Still, Rasmussen remains concerned.
I got into this profession to provide service to the citizens of Yakima and to potentially be going away from that and see that service level drop is heartbreaking.
From Yakima, Natalie Keller, Apple Valley News Now.
And Rasmussen says representatives from the Yakima Fire Department will be at the upcoming city council meeting, hoping to share their thoughts.
6:06, and now to a follow-up in Toppenish, where it's been a little over a month since the police department moved into its new building, and they say it's working out pretty well. Interim Captain Jordan Vanderhoof says the remodeled building is a big improvement from the department's previous trailers. The building has new technology, including an intercom system, up-to-date cameras, and key card scanners. And Vanderhoof says the department is grateful to have this permanent facility.
I'm really enjoying being here in this building. It's nice to have all of us together, working cohesively together in this place, having everything secure, knowing things that work, and knowing that we won't be in limbo of trying to figure out where we're going to go next. We have our place of where we're going to be. We have our new home.
He also says the renovations are complete and there won't be any more changes in the immediate future.
And it looks like they're right by a barber shop.
Ooh.
It's got to be convenient.
Yeah.
All right, talking state news now this morning at 6:06. Governor Bob Ferguson rolling out a plan aimed at fixing Washington's aging roads and bridges without, he vows, raising taxes.
But Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen says some local leaders say safety concerns here at home still need urgent attention.
Washington's roads and bridges are aging, and the longer maintenance is delayed, the more expensive repairs come. Governor Bob Ferguson is proposing a $2.1 billion transportation preservation plan, calling it the largest investment of its kind in more than 20 years.
Painting a bridge or sealing a road may not seem very exciting, but it's like changing the oil in your car or replacing the timing belt. If you skip that basic maintenance, you could have a catastrophic failure and pay more down the line.
The proposal includes $1.1 billion for bridge preservation, $164 million for paving this summer, and $756 million more for paving over the next decade, plus funding for storm recovery and landslide-prone areas. But while the state looks at long-term preservation, local leaders in Franklin County say safety concerns on Highway 395 can't wait. After WashDOT sent the county a letter saying road improvements would need to apply for grant funding through WashDOT, Commissioner Didier and other community members are trying to actively make a difference.
You'll notice that there are two big signs, 8 by 16, that says warning, deadly road ahead, 10 deaths, 357 accidents, and 80 injuries. Just trying to warn the people of that stretch of road where those crossroads are at so that people may just become more aware, get off their phone, pay attention to the road, slow down.
While we haven't seen these signs yet, they go a long way in making a difference. WashDOT says it's continuing to work with local agencies, but notes funding decisions depend on available dollars and project rankings statewide. Ferguson says the goal of this funding is to avoid emergencies and prevent small problems from becoming costly failures. The funding would begin rolling out later this year. For Franklin County leaders, the focus is making sure local safety projects rise high enough on the state's priority list to get attention before another serious crash happens. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And Governor Ferguson says the plan would be funded by bonding existing revenues approved by lawmakers last session, meaning no new taxes.
The proposal now heads to the legislature, where it will be debated during the upcoming budget process.
And keep it here, because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, more than 400,000 signatures and student athletes speaking out, also a debate dividing the state. We'll break down the push to ban transgender athletes from women's sports and what it could mean for Washington voters. Those details after the break.
Giving you a live look outside this morning from right here at our Apple Valley studios in Kennewick. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will be back with your first alert forecast as we start the week.
Experience winter fun at Silver Mountain Resort. Discover some of the best terrain in the region. Just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Relax in a beautiful condo, just a short stroll from the gondola. Dining, exciting water slides, and indoor surfing at the water park, where it's always 84 degrees. Ride North America's longest gondola to epic snow tubing and endless skiing and boarding. Create unforgettable family memories at Silver Mountain Resort. Book today at silvermt.com.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
We can't help what you do before you go to bed, but we can make sure the sleep is solid once you finally get there.
And during the 5-day New Year Super Sale at Denver Mattress, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Take up to $500 off select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Check out the Colorado Queen for only $249.99. Plus, get 60 months no interest, no down payment, and free shipping.
Here's to 365 nights of better sleep. Happy New Year from Denver Mattress.
Meet Jan. She's enjoying a beautiful day outdoors with friends and family. She's also managing her type 2 diabetes by taking Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell. You see, once daily Jardiance can help lower your A1C. Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
So ask your doctor about Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell.
The majesty of Priest Lake. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. And the road conditions this morning are snowy to icy for both the Cascades and the Blues, but the brunt of the impacts this morning have actually been in the Blues, where we got a couple of road closures. I-84 westbound is closed from milepost 265 to 224, so that would be 14 miles to the east of Pendleton to 4 miles to the east of LeGrand, and this is due to a crash. And then for Oregon 204 at Tollgate, this would be all the way from Elgin all the way to Adena, and the milepost there would be 0 to 39. This is for an unspecified reason, but if I had a guess, it's probably due to the tough winter driving conditions that we're seeing on Oregon 204 for this morning. So again, you can have a look at the latest up-to-date road conditions by going to tripcheck.com, at least for Oregon passes. Okay, we will have the chance for some wintry precip for lower elevations from Tuesday through Thursday, but they are very low in chances, at least in some instances. Now, in the Kittitas Valley, we'll have the potential for snow during the morning, transitioning to rain during the afternoon, maybe some freezing rain as we head into the evening on Tuesday, and then for Wednesday, maybe another brief little pocket of a rain-snow mix. And then for Tuesday in the Yakima Valley, low in chances of freezing rain before 7 a.m. After that, it looks like it's just going to be low in chances of rain. And then for Pendleton, we're looking at the same thing that we're looking at in Yakima for Tuesday. Low in chance of freezing rain during the morning. After that, it looks like it's just going to be a cold rain. And then into Thursday, this mainly just focused in on Tuesday and Wednesday. For Thursday, could maybe have some snow mixing in for the basin as well. Those are kind of a ticky-tack chances, nothing ticky-tack about this. We'll talk about all the snow that's in the forecast for the Cascades coming up in a few minutes.
6:14, turning now to state legislation, where political organization Let's Go Washington turned in over 400,000 signatures to ban transgender athletes in women's sports.
Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable heard from 2 high school female athletes on why they support the ban and why others are against it.
A signature turn-in event in Tumwater could lead to a ban on transgender athletes participating in women's sports in Washington state. Over 400,000 signatures were collected by the political organization Let's Go Washington in support of banning biological males from competing in girls' sports.
I think it's unfair and it's unsafe, and these are spaces that were created for women in the first place. So for boys to start coming in, it's just unfair, and we need to protect what was created for women. I believe that God created men and women differently for a reason, and because of that, men do have advantages over women.
Anna Lee Wilson and Frances Stout are 2 students at the forefront of the movement. Wilson, a sophomore at Eastmount High in Wenatchee, made headlines in 2024 after coming in 2nd place at a track event, with 1st place being a transgender girl. Frances Stout, a junior at Tumwater High School, went viral after refusing to play in a basketball game against a school who had a transgender player on the team.
Some teachers come up to me in private and say that they do support me, but they can't say anything out loud, really, or other people. But I've also had a lot of kids that I used to consider a friend make fun of me, laugh at me in the hallways, spread things online about me.
The number of signatures gathered reaches the threshold where it gives lawmakers the option to pass the legislation into law or let voters decide on the November 2026 ballot. Those against the banning of transgender athletes in girls' sports claim it is discriminatory towards trans people. They also say that only the transgender athletes who win ever cause controversy. The issue of what to do now sits on the shoulders for Washington state representatives, and that same issue may sit on your ballot in November this year. Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
And those who oppose the ban claim that a small amount of trans athletes are being targeted.
This while some supporters of the ban say one trans athlete competing in girls' sports is one too many. We'll keep you updated.
And keep it here, because coming up next, Josh Colbert is back with how your weather is looking for the week. That's all coming up in that full First Alert weather forecast in just a few minutes.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery. Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Even on an antidepressant, there are days I feel stuck in my head. Depression symptoms like sadness and low energy can hold me back. I wanted to break through. I asked about Vraylar. Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant significantly reduces overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone.
Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants may increase these in those under 25. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may not go away. High blood sugar may lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, uncontrolled movements, tremors, feeling like you need to move, nausea, constipation, insomnia, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar, breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
Ready to refresh your home for less? At the Tri-County Partners Habitat store, find home upgrades, electrical, lighting, flooring, furniture, outdoor pavers, and more at affordable prices. And new this season, we design and sell custom cabinets. Best of all, every purchase supports Habitat's mission, helping build homes for local families. Great prices, greater purpose. Visit the Habitat store today. Your next project starts here.
When you come up here, it's worlds away because
We're Idaho's crown jewel.
The majesty of Priest Lake.
People love coming to Priest Lake in the wintertime.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
It's America's favorite way to start the day.
With us.
With us.
With us.
Right here. Next live, Lucy Liu from Rosemead, plus comedian Billy Gardell.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Kraken Flames. Tonight at 6:30 on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It will be a first alert weather day from 4 a.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. on Saturday as we have multiple feet of snow for our Cascade passes in the forecast. Here's why. We just have this chain of storm systems that's stretching all the way to the Aleutian Islands, even further to the north and west. But this series of storm systems is just going to kind of think of it like a train following tracks right into the Pacific Northwest. So we'll have multiple rounds of snow. Let's time it out at least the next 48 hours with Futurecast radar. Today's going to end up being a pretty dry day. In fact, a mostly dry day for lower elevations, even a mostly sunny day as we head into the afternoon. But watch what happens into Tuesday morning, specifically after 4 or 5 a.m. Now to 8 a.m. Seeing a lot of blue for Cascade passes, and then by lunchtime this is going to shift over to the blues, and so our passes for both mountain ranges going to look pretty lousy, and then as we head into Wednesday morning you can see more of the same. So we're going to parse this out by its different parts. Storm system number 1, at least the snow component of it, probably going to wrap up by 4 p.m. today, and storm system number 2 going to begin at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. So for storm system number 1, maybe just a couple more inches of snow for our mountain passes, but here's the main event. 4 a.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. on Saturday, 26 to 38 inches of snow for Snoqualmie Pass and White Pass, around 20 inches of snow for Oregon 204 at Tollgate, not nearly as much for US 97, I-84, US 395, and in terms of accumulating snowfall for lower elevations, we could see some flakes flying, but I'm just not seeing any accumulations in the forecast. Okay, then the forecast goes quiet for Friday and beyond. So here's what that's going to look like in the Tri-Cities. Yes, we could maybe have a rain-snow mix on Thursday morning. It doesn't look like that's going to amount to much. And then Friday and beyond will be dry. And also high temperatures are going to stay above average by about 5 to 10 degrees, which means mid to upper 40s. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Small rain chances Tuesday and Wednesday, then maybe a wintry mix for Thursday. In Yakima, can't rule out some freezing rain tomorrow morning, but accumulations will likely be below 1/100 of an inch. In Ellensburg, a rain-snow mix possible Tuesday through Thursday. And then for Hermiston, also tracking the possibility of snow mixing in by Thursday. And finally, for Walla Walla, just rain through Wednesday, but also seeing the possibility of some flakes flying by Thursday.
Josh, thanks so much. 6:22 still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Pop star Sabrina Carpenter is teaming up with Miss Piggy, Kermit, and the rest of the Muppets for a brand new Disney special. We'll show you when it premieres and why it's arriving just in time for a big anniversary. It's all ahead in your entertainment headlines after the break.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet, repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone, and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
Too hot? Too cold? Good thing the fun is always on indoors. Welcome to Tea Time, where every shot is fun. We've got pool tables, arcade games, and of course mini golf. Perfect for families, birthdays, or any events. Rain or shine, day or night, it's always the perfect time to play here at Tea Time.
Prosser's most colorful adventure is at Splat It. Throw paint, get messy, and have a blast. For kids, adults, parties, and nights out, Splat It has it all. Book now at splatitnw.com.
The majesty of Priest Lake. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. And your entertainment news, K-pop band BTS has announced the release date of its first album in nearly 4 years.
Yeah, the new album coming out March 20th. Now, back in July, the group said that it would be releasing new music, but it didn't say exactly when. Their last album came out in 2022 before they went on an extended hiatus to complete military service, which is mandatory in South Korea.
The 7-member band confirmed the March 20th album release date in handwritten notes they recently sent to select members of their official fan club.
And Are you one of them?
I did not get
a note?
It must have gotten lost in the mail.
Dang it, you must have your new address.
More in music news this morning. Singer Sabrina Carpenter is joining Miss Piggy, Kermit the Frog, and other Muppet Show characters for a brand new special that debuts next month.
It'll be streaming on Disney Plus starting February 4th. The special will also show on ABC.
The Muppets revival comes just ahead of the show's 50th anniversary this year. The original Muppet Show aired from 1976 through 1981.
Disney announced details of the show last month, saying Carpenter will take the stage with the Muppets at the original Muppet Theater. It's because she's a singer.
That's right. And she's about the same size as a Muppet.
Oh, yeah, she'll fit right in.
Little
yeah.
thing.
We won't be able to tell her apart.
Yeah, she'll fit right in.
So cute. I'm excited.
That'll be fun. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, a new program helping veterans transition back into civilian life. Coming up, we're going to explain how Foundations 101 equips participants with practical skills and confidence.
Plus, empowering the next generation is no small task. We'll show you how the Big Bro Joe Foundation is growing its mentorship efforts this year. All the details in your 6:30 half hour.
Life. It's a crazy thing when you think about it. It's either about making memories or remembering those moments that matter most. Broadmoor RV has been serving families and its community in the Pacific Northwest for over 20 years. From travel trailers to toy haulers, truck campers, motorhomes, and fifth wheels, we have what you need to start creating memories with the ones you love. So get out there and make those memories last a lifetime. Broadmoor RV. We make camping fun.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
Stay warm now and pay later. Upgrade your HVAC system today and take advantage of $2,000 in federal tax credits. That's right, you could get up to $5,750 in total savings. This winter, don't leave it to chance. Call Vance. Vance Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric.
Meet Jan. She's enjoying a beautiful day outdoors with friends and family. She's also managing her type 2 diabetes by taking Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell. You see, once daily Jardiance can help lower your A1C. Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
So ask your doctor about Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell.
Just like you, I'm working towards buying my first home.
I'm saving for my children's future.
Like you, I want financial tools that make my life easier.
At Hapo, we're more than employees. We're people just like you, and we understand what really matters.
Just like you,
we're planning for our future.
And I care about making a difference.
We are here to help you navigate life's milestones, big and small, because we're just like you. Join us at Hapo today.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
The majesty of Priest Lake. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Monday morning. Thanks for waking up with us. Joining us here for the 6:30 half hour of Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
I'm liking these 50-degree temperatures that we should be seeing today. Not those 20s, 30s.
It's not half bad.
Yeah.
I mean, if we have to do
better.
a hard reset on a Monday, at least make the weather a little doable.
More bearable.
Yeah.
And keep in mind that the air temperature is going to be close to 50, but if you're standing in the sunshine, it's probably going to feel a little bit warmer than 50 degrees.
Well, then
we'll
I
have
just
lots
plan
my
on
favorite kind of
standing
weather.
in the sunshine all day.
You look like sunshine.
Well, thank you. Genevieve picked out my outfit.
She did a lovely job.
So there we go. Yeah.
Well, yeah, lots of sunshine in the forecast for today, but things going to switch up for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Could have maybe some freezing rain, some snowflakes, or perhaps a wintry mix for lower elevations.
It is still winter. We do have to remember that.
Yes, so enjoy the one-day little break we get for today. All right, the first alert weather day is in place for our Cascade passes from 4 a.m. on Tuesday through 4 a.m. on Saturday. Also for one of the Blue Mountain passes, that would be for Oregon 204 at Tollgate. That potential for a wintry mix for lower elevations during the middle of this week. Then for Friday and beyond, we're going to dry things out. So the first alert weather day for our Cascade passes, 4 a.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. on Saturday. But for now, we're going to hone in on the potential for some wintry precip for those lower elevations Tuesday through Thursday. So this is Tuesday in the Kittitas Valley, maybe snow for the morning, transitioning to rain during the afternoon, then perhaps some freezing rain as we head into the evening. Then into Wednesday, maybe another little burst of a rain-snow mix into the afternoon. Okay. For the Yakima Valley, this is Tuesday. Freezing rain going to be possible probably before 7 a.m. And then after that, just a cold rain. And then for Pendleton, looking at the same thing that we'll be looking at in the Yakima Valley. A low-end chance of freezing rain before 7 a.m. And after that, looks like it's just going to be low-end rain chances. What does this mean? It means that roads might be a little bit slick over the next handful of mornings. We're not expecting any tangible accumulations for lower elevations, but it's something we're keeping a very close eye on. Speaking of road conditions, they are pretty lousy this morning in the Blues. We'll have an update on those road closures coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. We begin this half hour of news with Local Living, as a new free program is helping veterans build confidence and skills for life after service. The Columbia Basin Veterans Center is launching Foundations 101, a foundational education series designed specifically for veterans ready to move forward. The 8-week program runs Monday evenings from late January through March and focuses on practical life and career skills. Topics include everything from communication to financial principles, mental health awareness, and goal setting.
So we'll have all those resources right there available for them. And we'll be right here at the center. One of my ultimate goals is to make sure every veteran knows that we're here. You know, whether they take the class or not, which I think I'd love to see that class full. I'd just like them to know we're here. This is where you can get help. This is where you can get connected. This is where you can come get a cup of coffee, you know.
That's such a great resource. So this program is free, it doesn't have grades or homework, and participants will earn a certificate that they can add to their resume.
6:34 and making a difference now. The Big Bro Joe Foundation launches its 2026 mentorship program this month. So it pairs young men in the Tri-Cities with adult mentors, and the founder, Joe Thornton, says the program builds confidence, accountability, and leadership skills. The foundation has quadrupled its numbers over 4 years, and it's now expanding to include young women through a new Big Sis Academy. An information session this Saturday will explain how the program works and the commitment that volunteers need to make.
I want to be transparent with this community. I want people to understand the importance of investing in our youth. This is an opportunity to learn more. This is an opportunity to see exactly the impact that we've created here in Tri-Cities.
And the mentorship information session will be on Saturday from 10 to noon at the Big Bro Joe Youth Center. And the Big Sis Academy Chalk Talk session happens Saturday, January 17th. That'll be from 1 to 3 p.m. in Kennewick, and you can find more information up on our website. It's applevalleyNewsNow.com. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, the holiday rush may be over, but savvy shoppers can still score big in January. Coming up, we'll break down the top deals on appliances, mattresses, and fitness gear so that you don't miss a discount. Your Consumer Reports is after the break.
Kraken Flames tonight at 6:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery. Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Looking for high quality and low prices? Then Furniture Row's 5-day New Year Super Sale is for you. That's 5 days where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, no limit. 5 days to score amazing deals on living, dining, bedroom, and much, much more. Plus, make your cash go further with 60 months no interest financing and no down payment. But don't wait. The 5-day New Year Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Toyotathon is still on. Start fresh with a new Toyota. Head to a hot spring in a Camry. Come on. Off-road in a Land Cruiser. Whoa! Or take a Grand Highlander for a quick trip. Maybe to the mountains.
Right. Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Toyotathon ends January 5th.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Grace first walked through these doors simply looking for a way to stay active and useful.
I came here and asked if I could volunteer. They said sure, so I started, and I didn't know where to quit.
You are our Volunteers Count winner. You just won $1,000.
The age of 92 and still coming is just so inspirational. And I always tell her, I'm like, you're my goal.
To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Prosser's most colorful adventure is at Splat It. Throw paint, get messy, and have a blast. For kids, adults, parties, and nights out, Splat It has it all. Book now at splatitnw.com.
When you come up here, it's worlds away because we're Idaho's crown jewel.
The majesty of Priest Lake.
People love coming to Priest Lake in the wintertime.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
It's America's favorite way to start the day.
With us.
With us.
With us.
Right here. Next live, Lucy Liu from Rosemead, plus comedian Billy Gardell. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Road conditions aren't fantastic for any of our passes this morning, but they are especially bad in the Blue Mountains, given that we do have a couple of different road closures. So the first one, I-84 westbound, this is from milepost 265 to, this has been updated. It goes from 265 to 222.5, but it's still 14 miles east of Pendleton to 4 miles to the east of LeGrand, and this is due to a crash. And then for Oregon 204 at Tollgate, this is a conditional closure, so there are some local traffic is allowed to pass through, but commercial motorized vehicles not so much. And this goes from milepost 0 to 39. This is for an unspecified reason per ODOT, but if I had to guess, it's probably due to the winter driving conditions out there. We're seeing packed snow and icy roads as well. So you can find up-to-date conditions for Oregon passes by going to tripcheck.com. Okay, let's take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in Kittitas County, and it's not going to be the best day up in the Cascades, but mostly sunny and breezy in the Kittitas Valley. We'll have highs around 40 in Ellensburg, mid-40s up and down the Yakima Valley with mostly sunny skies. It's going to be a little bit cloudier to start this morning in the lower Columbia Basin, but into the afternoon, plenty of sunshine. High temperatures making a run for 50 degrees, which is about 10 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. Mid-40s up and down the Blue Foothills. We'll have 30s and 40s for the Blue Mountains. Things should be wrapping up within the next, I'd say, 6-ish hours for the Blue Mountains. But then we have that next round of snow to deal with. That one is going to be very impactful for our mountain passes, especially for the Cascades. That's why we have a first alert weather day. So I will talk about this coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 6:40. Turning now to your consumer report. If you are feeling a little sticker shock after the holidays, you're not alone.
So January is usually a quieter month for sales, but there are still a few smart ways to save if you know where to look. That's why this morning, Consumer Reports is breaking down the best deals that you can expect this month.
January definitely slows down a bit in terms of sales.
After the holiday rush, many of the deep discounts in November and December disappear. That's why it's especially important for shoppers to know what to expect. Consumer Reports closely monitors pricing trends throughout the year and has shopping tips on what big-ticket items go on sale each month.
It's going to be a little bit of a dearth of deals and discounts for a little while, but there are still some opportunities to save.
MLK Weekend is the biggest sales event of the month, and it's especially good for shoppers looking to replace large appliances.
You're going to see a lot of sales on pretty much every large appliance there is.
CR says that includes washers, dryers, dishwashers, and refrigerators. And if you're shopping for a refrigerator, CR has found that top freezers are more reliable than other types of refrigerators, including the coveted French door style. MLK Weekend is also a great time to snag a deal on a mattress, with major brands offering meaningful discounts, along with other items to help you sleep better.
There will be a lot of bedding sales, so sheets and pillows and duvets, anything you'll need to enhance your bedroom.
CR says the best pillows stabilize your neck and align it with the rest of your body. The right bedding is also key. Look for sheets in breathable fabrics like 100% cotton or linen. And retailers know that January is when those New Year's resolutions kick in.
You're going to see discounts on fitness tools and trackers and equipment. If you need a new treadmill for your home gym, or you want a fitness tracker or a smartwatch, January is the time to look for deals on those items.
CR says to be on the lookout for retailers and fitness brands that may offer special promotions, not just on products themselves, but subscriptions and memberships as well. This is Jaima Crespo.
Well, bottom line, January might not be packed with bargains. I think you're brave if you're even going out to shop right now anyways.
But you can still find deals with a little bit of research. I think everyone's doing that after the holiday.
I think so, too.
There's no way you're like, willy-nilly shopping.
Just making it rain money out there. No way.
If you are, hey, let's be friends.
Always present for new ones. Yeah. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Good morning, Sprint. Everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. Giving you a live look outside from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. When we come back, we're also going to check in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert. He's going to have your full first alert forecast.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team.
At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points.
And right now, save $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Attention viewers. Good News Today, produced by Richland Lutheran Church, airing Sundays at 9 a.m., will be airing this Saturday at 9 a.m. And join Good News Today the following week on Saturday the 17th at 9 a.m.
Lather, rinse, repeat. It never feels like enough. It's not your products, it's your water. Culligan water softeners prevent damaging hard water buildup, revitalizing your hair and skin. Upgrade your routine with Culligan.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms.
But just okay isn't okay. And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. It can relieve fatigue and stop joint damage. And in PSA, Rinvoq can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
AbbVie could help you save.
Only one station is on your side.
With the most coverage from the most places.
With news from your neighborhood.
With stories that matter to you.
With comprehensive, accurate forecasts to help you avoid weather surprises.
And special investigations you'll only see on Apple Valley News Now.
We find solutions, we get answers, and we put you first.
Only one station.
Only one station.
One station.
Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
Always on your side.
The Majesty of Priest Lake. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We will have boatloads of snow for Cascade Passes this week. That's why we're going with the First Alert Weather Day from 4 a.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. on Saturday. And it's because of this. We just have this series of storm systems that is, you see, this is almost like spanning all the way back to Russia, but across the Aleutian Islands of Alaska into British Columbia. Think of this like a train on tracks, and the tracks are aimed right at the Pacific Northwest. So this is going to bring us multiple waves of snow all throughout this week, at least for the mountains. So let's put the next 48 hours into motion with Futurecast radar. This is going to end up being a mostly dry day for lower elevations. You see, after 4 p.m., that's when the snow is finally going to wrap up for the Blue Mountains. But then into tomorrow morning, after 4 a.m., 5 a.m., this is now 8 a.m., starting to get those deeper shades of blue in the Cascades. So heavier snowfall, past conditions sliding downhill at that point. And then by lunchtime, looks like this is pivoted over to the Blue Mountains. And then as we head throughout the rest of the evening on Tuesday into Wednesday morning, more rounds of snow for both mountain passes. We'll have more throughout the rest of the week. So let's parse this out into its parts, okay? Storm system number one going to wrap up for today, like you saw, around 4 p.m. And maybe we could have an additional couple inches of snow, couple to a few inches of snow for our mountain passes. But here's the main event: 4 a.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. on Saturday, 26 to 38 inches of snow for Snoqualmie Pass and White Pass, around 20 inches of snow for Oregon 204 at Tollgate, not nearly as much for US 97, I-84, and 395. And it looks like lower elevations not going to pick up any accumulating snowfall. So if you have to travel over our mountain passes, have the winter safety kit, have the tire chains ready to go, because pass closures and also chain requirements are looking like they're definitely going to be in play for this week. But after that, at least for lower elevations, Friday and beyond, we're going to be trending drier. So in the Yakima Valley, we've talked about it throughout the show, but could have some freezing rain early in the morning for tomorrow. Just rainfall for Wednesday and Thursday. Friday and beyond will be dry, and high temperatures will stay mostly above average as we'll have a low to mid 40s in the Yakima Valley. So here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Small rain chances Tuesday and Wednesday, then maybe a wintry mix for Thursday. In Yakima, can't rule out some freezing rain tomorrow morning, but accumulations will likely be below 1/100 of an inch. In Ellensburg, a rain-snow mix possible Tuesday through Thursday. And then for Hermiston, also tracking the possibility of snow mixing in at least by Thursday. And then for Walla Walla, just rain through Wednesday, but also seeing the possibility of some flakes flying by Thursday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, we're on the Venezuelan border as the world reacts.
Out there is Venezuela, and in normal times, tens of thousands of Venezuelans cross this border to buy goods here that they can't get back home. Now, though, it's a path perhaps to a new future for the millions of people who've been forced into exile.
Jose Luis and his mother are two of the nervous faces we meet.
You get the sense that people don't really know how to feel. Happy that Maduro's gone, but they have no idea what's going to happen next.
Music playing, lines snaking around supermarkets as Venezuelans stock up on essential groceries. And coming up at 7 a.m, we'll have full live team coverage from South America to the White House of Operation Absolute Resolve. With your GMA First Look, I'm James Longman, ABC News, Cúcuta, Colombia.
Living with your albuterol asthma rescue inhaler? It's a bit of a dinosaur because albuterol only treats symptoms, not inflammation. Asthma experts support rescue that treats both symptoms and inflammation. It's time to replace your rescue with Air Supra. Air Supra is the first and only dual-action asthma rescue inhaler FDA approved to treat symptoms and help prevent asthma attacks. Welcome to the modern age of dual-action asthma rescue. Air Supra should not be used as a maintenance treatment for asthma. Get medical help right away if your breathing doesn't improve or worsens, or for serious allergic reactions like rash, mouth or tongue swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing, or chest pain. Using Air Supra more than prescribed could be life-threatening. Serious side effects include increased risk of thrush or infections, or heart problems like faster heart rate and higher blood pressure. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help. Ask your doctor about Air Supra, a dual-action rescue inhaler for asthma.
Now, the Morning Sprint.
Time is 6:51. It's time for your morning sprint. We start with breaking news in your national headlines. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz announcing just this morning that he will not seek a third term in office. According to a statement, Walz says he's stepping aside to focus on his current work and allow others to enter the race. The decision comes as criticism grows over a large welfare fraud investigation in the state. While Walz has not been accused of wrongdoing, the ongoing federal probe has intensified political pressure. Minnesota officials are now facing a January 9th deadline to provide information to the Trump administration about child care funding recipients. Walz is expected to address the decision during a news conference later today in St. Paul.
And more breaking headlines. A person now in custody this morning following an alleged vandalism at Vice President J.D. Vance's Ohio home. It's all according to a federal law enforcement source who says an investigation is underway. The source says the family wasn't home at the time, but preliminary reports show that the person did not appear to enter the home, though there are photos showing, you see them right there on your screen in that video, some damaged windows. 6:52 now, the top 5 local things you need to know this morning, starting in Benton County, where a Superior Court will hear arguments on whether Aaron Kelly, who was found not guilty by reasons of insanity in the 2022 killing of Justin Crumbaugh, should be granted visits into the community. Now, Kelly's attorney says psychologists and state mental health experts agree that he could safely have more freedom. Crumbaugh's sister encouraged community members to attend the hearing, both to honor her brother and to show the judge why Kelly should not be given additional chances to harm others.
Also this week, Sarah Clayson, the off-duty Washington State Patrol trooper, is facing a pretrial hearing for a fatal crash that killed a 20-year-old Richland man last March. The hearing allows both prosecution and defense attorneys to discuss procedural and legal issues, also to determine if the case is ready to move forward to trial. Clayson's jury trial is currently scheduled to begin February 23rd. This hearing will set the stage for those proceedings.
And a Spokane family lost nearly $2,000 after receiving multiple phone calls from someone pretending to be law enforcement. Caller claiming their son needed to pay $1,500 for their son's bail and $400 for an ankle monitor. It wasn't until the family went to the sheriff's office that they realized they had been scammed. Authorities are warning anyone, of course, receiving suspicious calls claiming to be from law enforcement to hang up and call the official police department.
And union members at Yakima Memorial Hospital have voted in favor of a strike that includes nearly 170 employees. This includes surgical, ultrasound, and MRI workers. The Teamsters 760 union says the strike could significantly impact hospital services. Hospital management says they have contingency plans to maintain staffing if a strike occurs. These negotiations have been ongoing since Multicare took over the hospital back in 2023 as employees seek to regain lost benefits.
And today, the city of Richland will close sections of the Riverfront Pathway Trail near Columbia Point Marina and the nearby hotels for repair work on eroded retaining walls. The project is expected to last about 8 weeks. Anyone walking or riding their bikes to that area will be rerouted. There's detours in place while crews complete those repairs to ensure safety along the pathway.
Trending now this morning, you can now start the new year with TSA's cutest workers.
Take a look. The agency has unleashed its 2026 Canine Calendar.
Oh.
Hi, guys. The annual tradition features 13 of the TSA's more than 1,000 explosive detection dogs.
One of them is a repeat feature on Good Morning Northwest and the winner of last year's TSA Cutest Canine Contest. Steeler is a nearly 3-year-old Labrador Retriever who works at Pittsburgh International Airport.
Such good boys. And here's the best thing about the calendar. It's a free download that you can find on TSA.gov.
I love it.
My cats are at TSA all the time. Every time I come back from a trip, they start smelling like the luggage. Yeah, so, you know, get your laptops, get your iPhones, whatever they say.
Do they bow up a little bit at the dogs, or?
Yeah.
Have enough trazodone in their system?
Yeah, one of them for sure.
They're wild.
They are wild. We're not seeing wild weather today, but we might be later this week.
Yes, 4 a.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. on Saturday. We're just going to have rounds and rounds and rounds of snow for our mountain passes.
That's where we like to see it.
Yes, please stay up in the mountains. Now, even for this morning, snow for the Blues, we actually have some road closures, I-84, Oregon 204. You can go to AppleValleyNewsNow.com to read more about that. Also, Trip Check is a great resource for those Oregon passes. The fog this morning, man, it is very thick in the Kittitas Valley. Please take it slow. Use the low beams in that part of our viewing area. That would be freezing fog as we're below 32 degrees right now in Ellensburg. 25 degrees in Yakima, 42 in the Tri-Cities, so kind of all over the place. You'll have to bundle up as you're headed out the front door. Hey, we love to see this. A little bit later today, high is going to be around 50, lots of sunshine. You'll be hard-pressed to find a better forecast for an early January day. So for today, lower elevations going to be in the 40s in general, but the cloud's going to burn off as the day progresses. And again, that first alert weather day in place from 4 a.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. on Saturdays. We could have multiple feet of snow for Cascade passes, and we could have 20 inches of snow for Oregon 204 and the Blues as well. So if you have to venture over the passes for this week, have the winter safety kit, have the tire chains ready to go.
All good things to keep in mind. And thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website. That's AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America is up next. We're back tonight with your local news and weather.
Have a great day.